dolls, welcome back to my channel. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you for being here. I'm so happy to see you again. If you're new here, my name is Koketso. I produce lifestyle, fitness, and productivity content. So if that's your kind of vibe, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the notifications bell and join the family. But if this is not your first video, but you haven't subscribed, you keep coming back, but you don't want to commit, just go ahead and hit the subscribe button and let's make this official. In today's video, I'll be doing my monthly reset. I have never done a monthly reset video like this, and there really is only 2 months left of this year. But I figured, what better time to start than now? There's nothing better than starting a new month with renewed energy and intentionality. And I believe that nothing worthwhile was ever achieved without actually putting down a plan and putting that plan down on paper at that. I'm a firm believer in writing down your plans because half the time my brain is in a huge scramble. So if I don't write down my goals and my plans, trust me, it's not happening. It just helps organize your thoughts, get you prioritizing what needs to get done first, what's most important. It is also a great point of reference for the future when you look back and recount what you've been able to achieve and what you still need to work on. I know there's only 2 months left of the year, but I feel like that's enough time to still achieve those few goals that you had set out on your 2022 vision board but haven't really gotten around to doing it, or you hit some stumbling blocks. This is the perfect time to reflect on what hindered your progress all along, what steps you can take to actually reach your goal, and just getting down to the work and doing it. So start off with the most important part of this reset, which is writing down the actual goals for the month of November. Done writing down the goals and intentions that I have for November in my little journal. This is the journal that I also use for my Project 50 progress, and you'll notice that some of the goals that I've set for November really tie into the Project 50 challenge that I am doing. As you saw, I divided my goals into 4 quadrants: my wellness and fitness goals, my financial goals, my personal goals, and my career goals. Some of these do overlap and tie in together because obviously we don't operate in silos, and one aspect of our life really does affect the next. So my first with the wellness is to work out at least 5 times a week, every week in the month of November. I had a similar goal for October, but I did allow myself some leeway because October was my husband's birthday. It was also my birthday, and so we had to live it up a bit. The second one is to lose at least 2 kilos. Now, I don't want to be overly ambitious and end up feeling defeated and deflated at the end of the month if I'm not able to achieve it. If I can do more than 2 kilos, that would be great, of course, but I want to set realistic and achievable goals. I want to challenge myself to doing a 7-day smoothie challenge at some point in the month. I want to do, I don't want to call it a detox, but I just want to go on a 7-day smoothie challenge where I'm just having smoothies for breakfast, lunch, and supper, tied in with my workouts, and just see what sort of results I'll get. Definitely record that and share it with you on the channel, so you can be on the lookout for that. And my final goal in the wellness department is to meal prep as much as I can. I struggle a lot with meal prepping, and I know the benefits of meal prepping. I just never get around to doing it, and in the end I pay a very high price for it. That's how I end up making very bad food choices and bad decisions for my wellness and fitness journey, and so I really want to get that on lockdown in November. My next quadrant is the financial goals. I know people usually put budgets and all that, but given that this is the first time I'm doing this sort of reset, I want to start with small, manageable goals, and we'll build on that in the future. A trend that I've seen, which appears to be very helpful for your finances, it's a small daily habit that you can adopt, and it can have great results for your financial life, and that is embracing no spend days. So a no spend day is exactly that, a day when you don't spend money. So a no spend day is not created to save money, but it is rather created for people like myself who suffer from very impulsive and spontaneous spending. It is possible that it could save you money, because if you implement a no spend rule, it will help you plan and prioritize your spending better on the days that you are allowed to spend. Now, make note that bills and groceries do not count on no spend days. If it is your no spend day and you don't have any bread and milk in your house, of course you have to go and buy that. So groceries and bills do not count for no spend days. These are for things like shopping, going out, and miscellaneous, frivolous, and unnecessary spending. Try this out and let me know how it affects your spend. I will also give a track and report back at the end of the month or at the beginning of the new month to let you know how my no spend day goal has been going. So I have a goal of 15 no spend days for the month of November. And on the same note, financially, so this can tie into a financial and a wellness goal. I want to limit myself to eating out only twice in the month of November. So this is a financial goal as much as it is a wellness goal, because eating out really hinders your progress if you're trying to get fit and healthy, but it also adversely affects your pocket because spending out costs a lot more than eating at home. So if we can kill two birds with one stone, why not? Final goal for my financial department is to save towards a deposit for a car. Now, I will talk about this more in upcoming videos, but I am on the hunt for a car. And so I think the first step is to put down a significant amount of money towards a deposit. For my personal goals, the first one ties in with the Project 50 challenge. I want to challenge myself to read and finish a book in the month of November. I saw a meme the other day that said book buying is a hobby that has absolutely nothing to do with book reading, and that is something that I suffer from. I will buy books and never read them. I just like having them. I'll read a few pages, read a couple of chapters, but I just never see it through. It's a bad habit that I'm trying to change, and so I've put it on the books. Another one of my personal goals is dedicated to this channel. I want to dedicate a lot more energy and resources and time into this channel, because in October I wrote it down and saw it through to produce consistent content for this channel, and it really paid off. I was able to produce at least 2 videos for 3 out of the 4 weeks in October, which is the most consistent I have ever been. And so I want to take that same energy and implement it into November. I will be producing at least 2 videos each week for the month of November. And my final goal for my personal, this may seem small, but it's actually something really big to me. I want to create a new and healthy skincare routine for myself. I've become extremely complacent in that department, and this is something that I feel is important for me, and my self-care, pouring into myself, will have a direct effect on what I'm able to give out into the world. And so part of my self-care is just taking care of my body and making sure that I'm taking care of it internally and externally. And so I will be going on a proper scientific, if you will, journey to develop my skincare routine. The final quadrant, which is my career goals. So given that we're drawing towards the end of the year, my career goals would have been really started at the beginning of the year, and now we're coming towards the end of the year. I've closed some of my career rings, which is absolutely great. But for the remainder of the year and leading up to the beginning of the year, I have a couple of goals for my career that I really want to implement. And that is to start each day with a to-do list. I was really acing this at the beginning of the year because I was still new in the role, and so I felt like I had to write everything down, and I was absorbing a lot of information. So it really helped me to write everything down so that I don't forget, and it's not a case of information overload. And as I got more settled in my job and I got better at my job, I just stopped writing things down because I felt like it was muscle memory. For most things, it was muscle memory, but sometimes work just gets so hectic that the smaller tasks, still important, but smaller tasks sometimes get overlooked when you've got big things that you need to handle. And so not having a to-do list daily left me focusing on the big tasks and completely forgetting about the small tasks. And remember, big or small, every little thing counts when you are at work. And just because you're able to focus on the big things, forgetting the little things takes away from the quality of the work that you are producing. Finally, my final career goal for this month is to take on some self-study, learning and training about the area of law that we practice in our firm. So currently my involvement in the whole process with clients is very much at the top and on the surface. And so my boss mentioned that she wants me to start diving way deeper. I want to take that opportunity to really prepare myself, learning things like drafting as well, so that once we get to that point that I am getting involved in the more detailed work of the type of law that we practice, I am really well versed and prepared to excel. That is basically my November reset. Let me know if you like this type of video, and let me know what sort of plans and intentions you have set out for the new month. If you hadn't thought of it, I hope this video really inspires you to get up, make those plans, set those intentions, and let's get moving. Let's start creating the type of lives that we dream about and fantasize about, and not just manifesting them. We need to take those small, daily, consistent steps to building the rich, successful, and fulfilled lives we dream about. Let me know what your favorite part of this video was, and if you like this type of video and my other videos, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and share it. I'm so glad that you tuned in and spent some time with me setting my goals for the new month. And let's get into this new month with renewed energy, and I hope we get to smash all our goals. If you catch me in any of my other videos actually fulfilling some of the goals that I've listed in this video, please go ahead and mention it in the comment section that, hey girl, I see you making the moves. I'd really appreciate it. From me, I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. I love you.